Welcome to the Czech Center, New York. We are just about to introduce a flagship project of the Czech Center's European Literature Night to the New Yorkers. This time we are going to use the very speciality of New York, and that's the vertical line. People will be moving from one floor to another. At Bohemian National Hall, there will be about 7 different venues, and we will have 14 American actors to read from the 14 different European books. At the same time, people will have a chance to taste the specialities, drinks and food of different countries, and we hope in such a way to introduce European literature cafe spirit to the New Yorkers. It's the first time when the European Literature Night is coming to American continent. It's widely spread in Europe. It started in Prague and it's been introduced to more than 100 different cities in Europe. Welcome, New Yorkers, and let's try to read the books together.
The 2017 European Literature Night was a collaboration between Bohemian National Hall and over 30 other New York-based organizations, bringing literary voices from across Europe to New York audiences. In addition to a book fair, the evening consisted of simultaneous readings of the books chosen by partner organizations, carefully planned to take place in different venues throughout Bohemian National Hall. The readings were performed either by actors or other special guests associated with the books.
Life is not to be counted in years, but in breaths and beats, pain and watts, love in leagues.
I'm very happy to be here, and it's a really festive night and a lot of people and a very good atmosphere.
Finding a peaceful communication between elements which are sometimes in conflict, very important to me, especially in my work as a poet.
This is the last barricade, firebreak, red line.
Let's pay attention only to where we are. There's enough beauty in being here and not somewhere else.
One of the reasons that events like tonight's are important is that they showcase some of the literatures from Europe which are less well known. A lot of the presses here tonight publish books from those countries that people might normally not otherwise find out about.
This is an allegorical Mohr.
Visitors were treated to a special public art installation outside the building. The Poetry Jukebox plays the voices of 24 writers as a collective response to social justice issues in an effort to foster dialogue. Adding to the festive atmosphere was the opening of an exhibition of graphical works and posters by world-renowned Czech illustrator Květa Pacovská, winner of the Hans Christian Andersen Award for illustration for her contribution to children's literature.
The book could be a little museum for my picture. In this little museum, I present my picture to the viewer.
The centerpiece of the evening was a talk with New York Times best-selling young adult author Marieke Nijkamp.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As a Consul General of the Czech Republic, I have this privilege to welcome all of you here in the Bohemian National Hall, which is serving here as a center of Czech life in Manhattan for more than 120 years. And it was not only open for Czechs, but also for meetings between Czechs and our American partners. And we are always trying to build the bridges instead of building the walls.
So I want to congratulate all of those that contributed to this evening, but also thanking all of you for coming here tonight. I'm sure we'll do it again next year with even more member states of the European Union represented, and keep on reading books, keep on promoting diversity and tolerance and peace around the world. Thank you very much.
Making sure she's all right and making sure we can run if we need to. There'll be no escape if we get caught in the crowd. I would reach over to push one of Syl's long curls out of her eyes, but her hands clamp around mine. I don't think she'll let go anytime soon. I don't want to let her go. I wanted to fit in here. His voice rises and falls with a sing-song cadence. He has a gun in one hand, his other rests on his waistband, where, strapped over his dress shirt and slacks, he carries cartridges of ammunition, perhaps even another gun.
Well, for me, it definitely was that sense of I don't understand what's happening and I want to understand. And that's, like, asking questions is a big part of what motivates me to write stories. I go around the world going, why is that? Why is that? Why is that happening? Why is that? And that usually is a good starting point for stories for me. What's interesting about this like European literature night is just bringing different voices to the American readers, showcasing that there's different stories out there, different books out there, different ways to view the world. And I think as a reader, having that sense of this is not just my bubble, but the people around me are creating all kinds of different forms of art or literature, so you will. It really helps you get a broader perspective yourself. So that's one of the reasons why I like reading across borders as well. And obviously that doesn't stop at American literature or European literature. It has to go like worldwide at some point, but it's really nice to have a sense of this is how rich our world is and this is how varied our world is.